Hello, I'm Miss Willow. I am a lepidopterist for hobby, and this is last year's best specimens. Come help me today, watch me get ready for this year's new moths. As winter approaches and spring is soon to come, it's about time for me to get out the old moth cage and start becoming in tune with this year, 2024's, new adventures. The enclosure is mostly clean, but I always want to start out with a good wipe down of the area. Moths that have mouths and feed on nectar do pee, and it does make quite a mess. That is probably one of my least favorite parts of doing this. I do have substrate to add. It is coconut fiber, which I will be adding at a later date when it is necessary. For now, just the decorations will help. Moths will highly appreciate places to hide, things to do, and dark spaces to explore. So I start by adding little cute things, preferably untreated woods. This I am not quite sure about, but it is a nice hiding spot for different moths, and they can even access different slots for different types of food or treats. So, I start with that, and then going ahead and adding, I got these little adorable little DIY birdhouses. Little kits like this sometimes seem to work great. They are a small, inexpensive, and you could probably even find many different things to create little houses and homes for moths. They create a very nice variety of spaces for the moths to hide, and the only issue I've run into is that the caterpillars like to go and hide in them. That can both be beneficial and dangerous, because some caterpillars might not want to come out, and their job is to try and solely eat constantly. So that is not good unless there is food in there. Otherwise, it provides a dark, nice, safe space with corners for the moths to produce their cocoons and make their pupa. Next, I add, for a little bit of gription, a washed rug. Going in with the classic sticks and bark adds a nice feature of nature to their habitat, along with hanging fake plants for moths to lay their eggs on, and fun little toys which they can also cling onto. There are still some eggshells from last season because they really like to laying their eggs on little surfaces that they can stick their eggs to. It provides a good natural idea for them. Next, again, more fake leaves and a stick. Provides hiding spaces, provides mimicry for nature, and they will also want to lay their eggs on those leaves. Again, you can't really control where they're going to lay their eggs, which will end up being everywhere, but it makes it easy to find good clusters of them. The next thing I add is some biodegradable plant pots, which provide, again, spaces to put food, hiding areas, privacy for the larvae, and just fun things to climb on. I like to put these in corners facing out so that I can stick food in the holes so that they can explore, get their energy out, and basically have a good time. Next step, the overwintering chrysalises, pupa, cocoons. Everyone tends to call them a different thing. They are pupae. A butterfly's cocoon is called a chrysalis. Moths typically dig under earth to form pupae, formed in the cocoons around them, typically made from their silk. That usually comes from furry caterpillars like woolly bears and the giant leopard moth. But these have this wide open space ready for them to hatch into moths, and most of those moths don't eat, so they do not need a nectar source yet. But I will be watching the hornworms. These are very old, but they are still alive and overwintering. These come from the hawk moth family, and they are Sphingidae. These will drink. As you can see, they have the little tube for their proboscis attached to their cocoon. That is an easy indicator that you're going to have to make nectar for them. I use undyed, uncolored hummingbird food. That is a quick, easy solution. I prefer not to give mine dye because dye is no good. For the time being, I have a couple items which I will add to the enclosure. A little dropper, a spoon for mixing food, a dropper for nectar, and I'll keep that in the corner. Also, by the time eggs hatch, and there are eggs in general, toothpicks are a very good idea, in my opinion, because many hatchlings are incredibly small, and it will kill them most likely if you try to pick them up with your hands or another tool. Instead, I like to pick up eggs and hatchlings with a damp end of a toothpick because they'll stick right to the end of it, and you can even extend it into another jar. It makes a perfect idea for that. So those stay on top of there. Anyways, here is my basic starter setup for 2024 moths. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching me, and have a good day.